Last class, what we have discussed, rules for the variable name and rules to what is the length of that variable name, like that we discussed. Today we have go to discuss the concept type conversions. Before that we see that integer type data type only. So for integer data type we use the type conversion character as percentage %d. So if I want for integer data type, the data type size is 2 bytes. If it is 2 bytes, we can able to store minus 32,768 to plus 30,767. Only we can able to store it. So that if your salary is suppose 40,000, you can't able to give integer, you may go to long int. So long int is the range is 4 bytes. Its range is comparing to integer, its range is very high. Okay, then if you want to give point numbers, decimal numbers, you go to float variable. If you in float you want accurate value, then you may go to double value. So lot of decimal places is increased that double value. Then if you want to give only one character, then you may go to character variable. Okay, now here this is a normal printf line. I ask enter an integer number, but in the end of the line I pushed a slash n. Before that I didn't give. This is known as escape sequences. After that I will upload a new video for escape sequences. So this is slash n gives to come the cursor, gives them enter the cursor to new line. So just remember that it's enough. Okay, now I want to get the input from the user. Scanf %d ampersand a, and I print the value. And if you want to print the informations, if you want to get the long int informations, you just give %ld and you print the value. If you want to give the information floating point value, you give the type conversion %f. If you want to give double value, %lf. Here if you want to give character, give %c. These are all the type conversion is there. Okay. So 5 types we have: integer, long int, float, double and character. Now I run the program. So I give integer value 700. So long integer value I want to give 80,000. It will accept because in long integer range is high. I want to give floating point value. Even if you didn't give floating point value, if you give simply 78, it will automatically convert into 78.00 like that. Okay, now I give 7.8 for double number. I think some mistake is there. I don't know what happens is there here. Wait 1 minute. Once again I will run. So this is integer number. This is long integer. Floating point number. Okay, so any mistakes is there? Left %f, everything is correct. Okay, we will once again we will run. Integer, floating point value. Okay, now it's okay, character %f printf. Okay, now it's comes correct. Okay, once again we will run. So enter integer, long integer 7899, floating point value 5.6 I give. Okay, it's correct. 6.7 I give. Okay, it's correct. Okay, everything is correct. I think some compiler problem is there on the time. Okay, correct it. Okay, here I want to give some character, but we can't able to give some character value. Why? Just I give the character, but it comes into the scroll. The problem is there. Enter a character, everything is waits for our input, integer, long integer, float, double, but character is only is not waiting for our input. It means not enter key, it's take as a character. So other than that character, everything is waiting for enter key. After enter key only it will go to the next scan of next line, but character it's recognized enter key as a character. So it's automatically after you give the double value, then you press enter, it's taken as a enter key as its character. So then how can we get this, how can we get give the input to this? Okay, then what should you do? After giving floating point value, double value, then you just give a character. I give height. So now the character is print as height. Okay, you understand? Okay, without pressing enter key, you just give the character, then you press enter key. Then it takes 8.9 as double value and hides its character value, because character is taken as enter key as a character. to avoid this, we use the command fflush stdin. That command we will use, but that command we will discuss in next class. Okay, fflush stdin, that command ignores enter key as a character. Okay, this is the one drawback. Okay, the next one is, the next question you may arise, why we should give percentage D here, percentage LD? What happens if I just suppose just to give, sorry, okay, if I give percentage D, you told minus 32,768 to plus 32,767 range is there. Okay, suppose if I give 40,000 here, what happens? What happens? It will take negative value, but in long int, it will take no issue. But for that integer value, it will take 25,000 minus 25,536. Okay. Next time, just observe that I will give 40,001. Then what happens? One value is decreased. Okay. So then what happens here? Okay, that is known as rotation. That is also we will discuss in next class. So integer range is there. If you beyond this integer range, it will goes to rotation concepts, and it will get some value after performing rotation. So what is rotation? How that value is we will discuss in the next class. Okay. The next question is, okay, I declared this is B as a long integer. I forgot to input LD. What happens? Machine shows any error? So A is integer, I put percentage D. No, not an issue. B is long integer, but I mistakenly I forgot to put percentage LD. I put just percentage D. What happens? No issues there, no compilation error, no runtime error. This is logical mistake. What is logical mistake? Okay, I will give 700. Okay, no issue. I want to give the salary 40,000. You know that, okay, you think that long integer take 40,000, no issue. But long integer takes only what it takes. It's act as an integer. It's a type conversion. You understand? So even though if you give 40, because you allot the box, very big box, long integer box name is B. But you just give the scanf value is percentage D. Then it's automatically string the box to integer. It's reduce the box to integer. Then the ranges should be, even though the box is long int, you can't able to put long int value. You just put into only integer value. That is very important one. Don't do this blunder mistake. So it's very, very important. During projects times, in programming time, don't do these kind of mistakes. If you want to do integer, percentage D. If you want to give long integer, then you just put long LD, because it won't show any error. It's logical mistake happens there. Okay. Because for example, if you want to store if you want to store account balance for one person, 40,000 in his account, 40,000 amount is there. If you place percentage LD, his balance is 40,000 is correct. If you place percentage D, then his balance goes to minus 25,000, negative value. It's a very, very big mistakes. So don't do like this. Okay, this is type conversions. So next class we have discussed this escape sequences and a character for fflush stdin. Then what is rotations? These are all we will discuss in the upcoming videos. Thank you.